Okay, Cosette, we're coming out with a clown, finally, a weeping clown. Cosette coming out with a weeping clown, even though we have seen how good his hermit was, deciding to go after Jiaxing right here, who is currently the first officer. Now, for those of you that don't know, clown chasing against first officer isn't actually that bad, considering the fact that you can wiggle around with your rocket modification. And of course, from Cosette's side, it seems like we are going to give up on the trump card and decide to run very similar to a breaking wheel with that detention as well. But of course, we not weeping clown here. First officer here coming out with a watch, and the watch will be nullified immediately from the... I'm getting... Okay, Joker, smiley face, weeping clown, not the same thing. Smiley face, now then, getting the hitch on towards our first officer right there. First officer here has got a huge pinch as well, considering that there's still 10 seconds left until detention is... not detention, not teleport. Blink is up and ready to go, but of course immediately pulling out our rocket right here. Doesn't seem like first officer has anywhere left to go. Immediately going down right here. Cosette, a huge advantage right here, but does that mean much? No, it doesn't. Knowing that this is a clown, all the survivors immediately decide to decode, and as we can see here, everyone's fast decoding. It's an average of 80% on all the ciphers right now. Well, it's an average of 80% on the cipher progress right now between the three ciphers. But of course, there is still a chance to sell. Remember, there is still a chance to sell, and we have double flywheel. Double flywheel. Oh my lord, that's a double flywheel I just saw as well. Cosette, it may be a little bit harder here as well, but getting the rocket modification pretty darn fast up right there. Blinkish. Cosette deciding not to go after anyone else anymore. This barmaid does not, and I repeat, does not have flywheel. But of course we do see our prospector going in as well, but at least the good news is first officer will be after half. That's the good news. Bad news, there is a chance for our prospector with triple magnets to harass the hell out of you. I think that's a problem here as well, right? You can't, it's basically 19 seconds gone from you. It's basically like 3 magnets, 3 rockets gone for you. So this is going to be really hard for our clown right here to be able to do anything. Of course, prospector running towards our first officer here as well, wanting to come in for the support, but putting in the pot immediately right there. Seems like we're gonna get an immediate flywheel, and of course a attraction there from the prospector. That's the most safest way to play, is what I would say. Cosette didn't even bother thinking about like, oh, is this going to be a attraction or is this going to be a bouncing out? But of course, where's Andy Curran? Andy Curran is not going to come in just yet. Does seem like we want to leave the survivors here to decode as much as possible. But of course, that is a nice prediction from Hoa, but also not needed. I don't think that was needed in any way, shape or form. Because like, you need to consider the fact that barmaid is also nearby, either to body block or to put down the ciphers for our first officer. But of course, first officer with no items remaining on his hands, it's really up to the survivors now to do as much as possible for them to allow our first officer to contain. This is where our anti-Curran comes in, which is why I said not a good idea coming from anti-Curran, considering how she is dead now. But of course, utilizing the flywheel right there very nicely to cancel the rocket dash. But then the next rocket dash is ready in 8 seconds. So where is the anti-Curran? Anti-Curran is currently nearby, but this also means that there is a chance for Cosette to get rid of the anti-Curran. And of course, with our first officer here, you cannot allow the barmaid to come out to harass anymore. And it seems like we'll be immediately putting a rocket right here. Decides not to do so just yet because there's a pallet nearby. This is really a tie game. This is really a tie game. Coming from a weeping clown against professional team Reborn being a tie game, even if Reborn is one of the was placed 9th to 10th out of like all the other professional teams. Weesh, really nicely done. It's also the fact that Taosing has no items left on his hands. I think it's really just that, but deciding to go after the prospector now, at least we have, listen, at least we have teleport. Good news, we have teleport. Bad news, it's still a tie, regardless of how good that early down was. That's genuinely speaking the bad news. Now, of course, Cosette coming in as well with another rocket modification, but I don't think it's going to be much here, considering the fact that all the other survivors are currently at the other gate. But of course, a tie is already good enough against a professional team here, as we do see as well. Let's congratulate the tie for Cosette. Moving on towards second half we go. Okay, let's see. Tian coming out with our Naiad now. The graphics has gone down a little bit. I mean, this is the best I can do, because I can't really buy the Dahui again, sadly. I don't have WeChat. That's sad. But of course, seeing that it's a female dancer here, Tian bringing insolence. It seems like Tian's one of the hunters that actually brings insolence to attention that as a Naiad. That's not from JP, of course. But here, as we do see as well, Bikes coming in, to which our female dancer definitely will be getting the immediate harpoon in right here. But at least Bikes can rotate back towards his music box, immediately placing that music box down right there. Decides not to dance away just yet, considering the fact that he knows that he has quite a lot of distance right here. As long a double slow debuff here, I don't think he'll do much, because you're just gonna get... No, you're not even gonna dance away. Oh, you're not gonna even dance away, really? Blink is ready now, though. That's a whole different story if Tien just decides to dash in here. Even though there's pallets placed down right here, you take the double speed boost. Is it gonna do much against a Naiad that has harpoon out? No. No. And there is no flywheel. Bikes, really? You're not gonna dance away from that area, even though Tien was behind that tree? That's not a good sign. Really not a good sign right now. Deciding to go near towards our anti-current cipher as well. It's not good, but at least First Officer has finished his has not finished his cipher. At least First Officer can come in and finish that cipher after rescuing. That's the only good part about all of this. But for the survivors here, should they come in to rescue? I think a possibility would be yes, but if they want to come to rescue before half anti-current has to be here with a harass for the successful rebound kite, let's say. But overall, it does seem like they want to sell instead. I mean, really, for Arvin's side right here, as long as they're able to sell peacefully, it is still a guaranteed tie. But if you're not able to sell peacefully, then I think it's game over overall. But of course, Arvin closing in right here, as we do see as well. Tien landing the 30% right there. Be very careful of hitting the chair or not, because Arvin's not going to play around with you that much. We do see that our First Officer is currently running towards the corners right now. But of course, there's a double down. Okay, no, it's a double down. That's a whole different story if it's a double down. Never mind, it's a whole different story if it's a double down. And it's a dead female dancer. No, that is not good for you at all. Deciding to throw out that harpoon right now, just in case anti-current comes in anytime soon. Wanting to get a really big puddle in. Not a bad choice done here by Tien, but with the cipher machines, it's a tie. It's really fast, fam. This is really fast. Really now, the only way for Tien to gain any more here is to look for the anti-current, down to anti-current ASAP, and see how it goes. Because, like, I don't know, chasing after Acrobat here is hard. Chasing after anti-current also is hard. But if you compare Acrobat to anti-current, at least anti-current, like, chasing after Acrobat, you won't get your moisture bursts. That's just not happening. But at least you'll be able to get normal hits. Chasing after anti-current, you're able to get moisture hits, but you're not going to be able to get any hits in. Which I think it's just, you know, depending on what you prefer the best. But of course, getting normal hit in here coming from Tien's side as well. That ball was, I don't think he didn't hold on to that ball for so long after all. So it wasn't really that much of a great leap, or a great usage of the ball, or a great distance created. But of course, we do see that our First Officer has currently been used to up his own self-heal and decoding in factory right now. There's nothing much he can do except for hoping that he can get this Acrobat down ASAP. But of course, Acrobat knows that what you're going to do. Decides to rotate in towards this area, but Acrobat deciding to vault over this, mud ball coming out, and of course, we're going to be playing mind games once again, blinking down immediately, but Cypher Machine is currently prime on towards the Survivor side. This will be a rush of time right now, considering that Tien has used blink as well, so the survivors know, oh, he has no blink, he's no teleport, don't worry, but we also know that he has insolence. Of course, vaulting over that one immediately, decides that the Acrobat saying, I'm putting this pallet down ASAP right now, you're not going to get the hit on me. Acrobat rotating in towards our factory right now. Acrobat, 2 seconds left on the ball. You need to hold the ball now. You need to do something. You need to go away. Okay, you're going to vault back, wanting to down somewhere even further away from the other exit gate. It does seem like Acrobat's able to contain here, but with no balls remaining, he should still have one red ball. He got his red ball up. Could this be a 3-man escape? Could the survivors get out? 3, 2, 1, vault over. Well played. Well played. Well played. Well played. Wow. Wow, well played. Moving on towards game 3. Wow.